Hi, I'm Ben. I'm here with Poor People Podcast at The Contrary, walking you through one of our drinks for our fall winter menu. The name of the drink is kind of still a work in progress, but it's going to be either kick flip or kick push, but it's a twist on a flip cocktail. So starting off, we're using Plantaray overproof rum. Next thing in there is Carcavelos. This is a fortified Portuguese wine, kind of sits right in between a sherry and a white port. Instead of egg whites, we use a thing called super foam. So it's a little bit more shelf stable and it's also vegan. So it works really well for making cocktails. We're gonna put a bit of that in there to give it a little bit of texture. And then finally, it finishes off with a banana maple simple syrup. A little bit of salt water just to make all the flavors pop a little bit more. This one has a dry shake, which just means you shake it twice to get a little bit extra fun going on. And now shake with ice. Double strain. And then we're gonna finish this off with a little bit of fresh nutmeg. All right, there you go.
Kick push, that's great.
Slam it.
It's not blue though.
Sick.
Hey fam, we're rolling.
Oh, we're rolling?
Oh, hello.
Hell yeah.
All right.
This is just like a sick cold open.
Yeah.
Piercings.
Welcome to Poor People. I'm Jaden,
I'm Mia.
I'm Ben.
And I am Trent.
and we are the Poor People here today at Contrary.
Yeah.
And I've never been in here before, but I've seen a ton of stuff about this place. I know B-Well pretty well. Of him pretty well. I've met him like maybe a handful of times, but still, it's really fucking cool to be here, guys. Let's start off like just a little bit about yourselves. Tell us like your history, kind of like how you got into this position,
Sure.
what you do here, and all of that.
Sure. Yeah. I mean, I can go first unless you
Yeah,
want to get into it.
yeah, go for it.
All right. So, Trent, I've been bartending for like 12 years now, probably, if I were to put a number on it. But I'm actually from Colorado initially. That's where I grew up and was raised, and then came out here sort of around COVID time, and then just bounced around bars until I found a couple spots that I really enjoy. I do love Des Moines though. I've been here for like 5 years now, but it's great.
You weren't originally born here?
No, actually, yes. I was born in like Davenport.
Okay.
Never lived there though. We moved to Colorado when I was like 2.
Gotcha. Okay.
What brought you to Des Moines?
Well, it was kind of COVID related because like everywhere shut down. Denver took it really seriously, and then when my initial bar I was at for like 8 years, they closed down, reopened, closed again, and I have family out here, so I decided it might be better to move closer to them with the expectation that I was going to move back. Never happened. Now I'm here working in East Village, and I really enjoy it actually.
Was this your first job then, back in Des Moines?
Well, I worked in West Des Moines for a little bit, and then I just really wanted to live downtown. And I heard good things about East Village because I didn't really know anyone out here except for family. So once I moved to East Village, just like everything changed. I was like, oh, I think I'm going to stay here for a little while. Found a couple of spots, met some really cool people, established a new friend group, and then it's just history. So
Yeah.
as it happens.
You're the reason then that I blame for East Village popping off and
Yep.
Court Avenue is like slowly dying over there. We'll just blame you for that.
I brought everyone with me.
Yeah, you just made so many friends that they all just stayed on this side of town.
Well, I mean, like meeting people out here is so cool because like so many people in Iowa are from Colorado.
Yeah.
And then when I lived in Colorado, it was the opposite. I met so many people from like the lovely Fort Dodge and just all around, really. And then, I've worked at a hotel for a little while, and I've met people that were my regulars in Colorado.
No
And I'm
way.
like, this is wild.
What?
Like, what are you doing out here? And they say the same thing to me. So that's
Small
been kind
world.
of fun.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
Do you think a bunch of people moved from Iowa out to Colorado because the weed's legal out there?
Oh, for sure. For sure. That's the first question people ask me.
Yeah.
They're like, first of all, what the hell are you doing here? And secondly, you have any weed on you? Because it's probably really good. And I'm like,
Yeah.
like, oh, never heard that joke before.
Awesome. So then, did you do the same thing out in Colorado too? Then
Yeah,
you
I
bartended
mean,
and stuff.
I've had 100 jobs. I've done bartending the longest, and just really love the flexible schedule, the really that. You know, I've always been a night owl. I try to do personal training for a little while. Complete opposite schedule. I'm not waking up at 5 a.m. I'm sorry. And I'm definitely not motivating people to work out. I'm actually doing the opposite now. I'm enabling really, really good habits for people. So
You get the people after the workout that come into the bar and work out on their drinking.
But I've done like tons of different styles of bartending. I started off in like club style, gravitated into more just like super high volume, and then craft cocktailing, which is, they're all fun in their own way.
Which one's your favorite?
The volume bartending is my most favorite. I just love the energy and the hype around it.
And
But
just nonstop, just go.
yeah, but there is something about making a really, really good drink for someone, and you watch them take a sip and they love it. That's pretty cool too. So
Yeah.
Well, Ben, let's hear from you a little
Yeah.
bit. So let's hear a little bit of your background, kind of how you
sure.
got here, all that.
Yeah.
Oh.
So
All right, cut it. We're
Cut it.
done.
Yeah,
There's
yeah.
a mic there.
I'm just kidding.
no more coffee for you. Cut out.
too much caffeine, guys.
No, but I was born and raised here in Des Moines. So I grew up in like Beaverdale area. I got started in kind of beverage working in coffee shops. I had the idea in college basically that I wanted to travel, ironically still here. But I figured anywhere you go in the world, people drink caffeine or alcohol. So I'm like, if I get really good at those two things, that I can go like anywhere I want and be able to find work was kind of the idea behind it. Started out working at Java Joe's. There's a location like really close to my parents' house where I was staying. So I started working there. And that was also, I mean, I love coffee, but a similar thing, like the 5:30, 6:30 a.m. start times were a
Way
little
too
rough.
early.
It's very, very early. And inevitably, the more tired you are, there's going to be someone who's a really big morning person ordering coffee from you and like wanting to talk. It's like, no,
Yeah.
give me 2 hours.
We've always said that like baristas are like the bartenders of the early morning.
Oh, they really are. Yeah.
Well, and I imagine people coming in that early, they're super specific orders that you really got to figure out how to make.
Right.
It's actually not too bad.
No?
The like specific orders I feel like are the afternoon frappuccino drinkers.
Oh, sure.
Those are your more specific coffee orders I have found.
But people do not play about their caffeine in the mornings. Like they
No, it's serious business.
Yeah.
But, yeah. But yeah, no, started out in coffee shops, and then kind of a couple years into working there, rotated over to doing like the coffee roasting side of things, which was really fun. My friend Jake was the one that kind of trained me on that, and that was where I think I really started to like have an interest more in like the finding out specific flavors and all that with like coffee cuppings, and then like the more kind of finer details of coffee working that way. And then bartending started out at Flick's Brew House. They were the first people to call me back when I was applying for bartending jobs. No idea what I was doing. So I think the first two spots I applied to were like Exile and Flicks. They got back to me a little bit sooner and I was like, all right, cool. And they were short staffed on bartenders. So I kind of got fast tracked into bartending. I think normally you have to do like serving at a time and then food running. But it was like 2 weeks in, they're like, all right, you're ready to bartend. And I was like, all right, cool. And I like turned 21 like a week ago. So I was like, yeah, I'm ready to go. But yeah, I think a brewery is also kind of a fun place to start. It's also like the movie theater thing, so it's kind of it was a bit of a different setup, but I think it was good to start out at kind of like corporate bartending gigs. It taught me a little bit more like structure and routine, things like that. And then a little bit into working there, got a job at Cooney's Tavern in Beaverdale, which is like kind of classic dive bar. It's been open up since like '84. So that was a really interesting spot. I didn't really realize kind of the reputation or like institution that it was in Des Moines until I started working there, because I just would go in there. I was like end of college and it was like a block from my parents' house where I was staying. So I was like, oh, cool. There's a bar I can just walk to. Made friends with the owner. And then he just out of the blue texted me. He's like, hey, shift's opening up on Saturdays. Do you want it? It's like, yeah, that'd be great.
Definitely. That's how I got my most recent job too.
Oh, yeah. I feel like that's the best way to get jobs. And then something I'm like, I've thought about it. I'm like, I don't actually know how to apply for jobs anymore.
Oh, for
yeah,
sure.
or interview.
I will say,
no, not at all.
yeah, I think for my last 3 jobs, I haven't one of them I didn't even fill out my W-2. She was just like, just send me this info and I'll fill it out for you. And I was like, oh shit,
Cool.
Yeah, for real. I remember I brought like a portfolio and like resume and like references, and they were like, that's a really nice button-down shirt. What are you doing?
Yeah. They're like,
This
you're
is an
hired.
Arby's, sir.
You're already hired.
It's not Applebee's.
They looked at it and they're like, okay. Anyway, so
Yeah.
so
Yeah.
start
Work
tomorrow.
Fridays. Yeah.
Right.
Do you think that that's a thing for bartenders or baristas, that like you can be overqualified for a job?
Oh, I think so.
I mean, I guess sure, but like, I guess in terms of like working in Iowa, do you think that like anybody would turn you down if you had like any history at all? Like in terms of like working in the industry?
Yeah, it's hard to say. I mean, I feel like
I guess, yeah. What would make a person too qualified to be like a bartender at a dive bar?
I think it might just be personality based because you could
Yeah.
have 100 years of experience, but if you walk in and you're like, what's the term, like star tender?
Oh, yeah.
You come in and
yeah.
you like think you run the show and you're better than everybody else. I'm not hiring that guy.
Yeah.
Like I don't want to work with that guy either. But
Yeah.
I don't know if maybe overqualified is a thing.
Yeah. I
I
don't
think it goes back to attitude, more
Yeah.
than
Yeah.
that. And especially like even like at like a craft cocktail bar. I think it's something if you're like show up with your like I already know how to do this. Don't tell me how to do anything. It's like okay, but like
It's like
we
Right.
do things here just this way.
Right.
We don't want that, and that's like the only real like issue to that would be like as long as you're willing to like I don't know work where you're at. I don't think there's a
Yeah.
problem.
Yeah.
But yeah. I think there's like. Maybe a worry with some people if there's like overqualified. It's like, are you going to be bored here? Or like,
Yeah.
That's,
Yeah.
I usually, I don't know. I do miss working in dive bars, and I feel like anyone who's done like all the different bartending stuff, working on like a dive bar, like a local tap, is like, yeah, they're just gonna have fun.
Yeah.
Well, I also think there's got to be like a bell curve to like your experience and knowledge in this industry because like
Right.
you can only learn. I mean, yeah, sure. That if you really want to get good at stuff, like my friend here, I mean, there's yeah, there's some stuff that I really got to like study and learn. But as far as that goes, it's almost like you're looking for a personality hire as long as they know anything about what they're doing.
Right.
Yeah. And at the end of
least
the
that's
day,
how I
like
feel.
it's dumping liquids into their containers
Yeah.
and
Right.
giving them to people for money. Like it's not that deep. So I think it's like as long as you can make people like have a good time and like care about people enjoying themselves, like that's
Yeah.
the important part. I feel like
Absolutely.
with overqualification, like I've worked with people with like master's, doctor degrees and all this stuff. And it's like
In
yeah.
bartending?
Oh yeah, yeah,
Oh,
yeah. I mean,
shit, that's a
it's like
thing?
oh yeah, it's like part-time things that people just
yeah.
like want to do it for fun on the
Sure.
side. Like there's definitely people in the industry that like yeah, their day job. It's like yeah, they're a lawyer,
Yeah.
make
The
a ton of money, but then
so
they just
Right,
like want
or a
something to
teacher.
like
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
crazy.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
a thing.
Doctorates are going back
Yeah.
into service industry.
right, got to pay off those
market's
student
so
loans.
fucked.
No,
I mean,
Yeah.
how many people have you met that are like, oh yeah, well I used to do this too. It's like, yeah, I'm sure
true.
you did.
Yeah.
Right.
I've been a bartender for a long time. Awesome. Sweet. You got out. Thank God.
It is hard to leave.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, and I'll say too, like, I feel like some of the bars that I've worked at, and I would not say that I'm an overqualified bartender by any means, but there are definitely like bars that I've worked at where I'm like, yeah, I'm just gonna kind of be here for fun, pick up a shift
Sure.
here and there, you know?
Yeah.
And then I'll end up finding another job usually. But
Did you guys
sure.
ever feel like leaving your first bartending job? Was it like a breakup?
Oh yeah.
Was it like
I felt like I was divorcing from my family. It
I
was
know,
so strange.
right?
yeah, it was weird. I mean, I think I had a slightly different experience with it because I was kind of crazy with stuff and trying to like learn as much as I could. So I was working 3 different jobs because I was still like working at the coffee shop, roasting coffee, bartending at another spot, and then, yeah, got a job like another brewery. So it was kind of like doing the same thing, but it was I don't know. It did feel definitely a little weird, like
Yeah.
leaving. But I think because I was already working too many other spots, it was just kind of like okay, it's just like different days that I'm at a different spot. But
Well, yeah, and if you're working with people that you really start to get along with, I mean, you're spending more
That's
time
the-
with them than your actual family or like significant others a lot of the time. So leaving that, it was like you try to maintain contact. The bar I worked at in Colorado, I was there like 8 years, and I don't even know what those guys are doing now because we used to hang out every day.
That's a
60
breakup.
hours a week.
I do, yeah. I do, like,
Wow.
that is the part that I do. I think miss a lot is like the friendships there. I think it is
Yeah.
nice to know though that anytime I've run into like coworkers from that time, it's like yeah, we're still friends. It's just like
yeah.
yeah. There is that like weird like you don't have a built-in like oh I see you every day. Yeah.
And I mean, the opposite can be true too. If you don't enjoy working somewhere, it's like mic drop, I'm
Yeah.
out. Yeah.
Same. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, okay, so I see both sides of this because I'm still employed by the restaurant that like taught me how to bartend.
Oh, sure.
I've been there for 10 years now. And well, 10 years this November. So
Congratulations. Yeah.
basically, yeah, I'm like right there.
Degenerate.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But
some loyalty.
I
Give us a
am
raise.
like I'm down to just one day a week there basically, and then I'll like fill in and help out with like managerial stuff whenever they need, if they need. But
Are you,
I've been like
the person there who like knows more than anyone else that
Oh
works
yeah,
there.
for sure.
Yeah.
Dude,
I've been
your eyes
there
closed.
longer than most other employees, and so like even those employees there, like I do feel like I have this like sense of seniority kind of, and like people kind of like look at me for that. But then I'm also like the same type of manager bartender where I'm like, dude, I don't care. Like I've been here 10 years, like which I think is like kind of just a weird thing to think about, because when you said that it was like a breakup, like I've like tried to put in my 2 weeks before, and like
They don't
just
let you.
never happens.
It's a toxic
Literally,
relationship.
yeah, it never happens. So it's like, so I'm like coasting basically through this relationship of me in that bar where I'm only there 1 day a week.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then I've like taken other jobs and like done, where I'm working 3 different bars at the same time. And then I'll like just cut out the one that I don't really want to be at.
Yeah.
Even though like I do feel that like my current job, I've just been there so long that I am ready for anything else, but also at the same time, like I feel like they need me. They probably don't. And maybe that's
Yeah.
just a little conceited to think about, but like, I don't know. I don't want them to just be like, okay, see ya. Like
Yeah.
if I'm like gone, I guess.
And you're like, maybe not quite ready to do your real estate and start
Yeah.
selling houses. You know,
Yeah, and
you're
start
still-
roofing
I'm still
houses.
holding on.
Or I mean, working
Why
as
is it
like a
always
liquor
real
rep.
estate?
Or,
Yeah.
always real
I
estate.
have thought about going into sales. I don't know. I just don't think I would even want to do that though. I would rather
Yeah.
just like be behind the bar, I think. I don't know.
Yeah.
I got plenty of time. I just turned 30. We're good.
Do you feel though that because you have been there for so long, I'm sure you've seen so many people come and
Yeah.
go, that like when a new person comes in, you're like, whatever.
Yeah.
Like I don't really care.
Yeah,
So-
well, it's either that. Well, it's not that I don't care. It's more or less that it's like, how long is this person going to be here? Because it's not going to be 10 years.
Yeah.
How many times you got to meet them before you remember their name?
Yeah. Oh,
Am I even gonna learn their name?
a lot. When I was filling in as a manager recently, just because they needed help, and we had a couple servers that had been there for like maybe just about a year or something, and I was there like every Thursday, and I was like, "What's your name again?" I'm so sorry. Like, and then finally I got the hang of it because it was like repeated shifts. But like a lot of those shifts too is just like different people coming in every shift, and it's like you never know what's going on. So yeah, I don't know. I've been thinking about that a lot lately, though.
Yeah.
Okay, so let's talk about Contrary a little
Yeah.
bit. So what's the most like unique thing about this place that you guys feel?
Ben, I might let you.
And also,
take
what
this
are your
one.
positions here too? You're bartender, and you're also
I bartend, but I serve.
okay.
Yeah.
More predominantly, probably.
Okay,
yeah, like bartender management stuff. Yeah.
same.
Yeah. Yeah.
Bartender, manager.
Yeah. So I don't know. I don't like love titles, but it's yeah. Like Moira is the other one who kind of does similar thing, like manages the place. And so between the two of us, it's like we make sure to take care of all like orders, logistics, inventory, and yeah.
Yeah.
The really fun part of bartending that no one tells you about
Yeah.
until you get into it.
Writing schedules and ordering liquor.
Yeah.
See, that's why I'm a shift manager, is because I don't have to do any of those things. All I have to do is show up and make sure the place doesn't burn down, and I clock out, and I'm good.
I mean, this is definitely one of the more unique bars I've worked at. First of all, it's a small staff, which is
Yeah.
great because you can just, when you have to deal with anything, you just talk to 3 people probably, you know?
Yeah.
And it's one of the most unique menus I've ever seen before.
That is one thing I do think we have dark at is kind of, I don't know. I think we're in our first year, so we're still figuring out sort of what the identity and direction of the place is. But I think that's something that I've liked about this place is we've all kind of been open to kind of finding out what the country is as we've opened up.
Yeah. It's changed a little even in this year.
Oh yeah, yeah. And I know like one of the things that we like is there's like a music focus to it. Part of with like B-Well's background in music, and a lot of us are artists outside of bartending as well. And so that's something we kind of wanted to focus on is kind of the artistic kind of music expression of there. So like a listening lounge feel. We had Ant-Man is the guy that does all like the sound and mixing for B-Well's albums. Set up the sound system in here, so we have like it's got some good quality sound.
Cool.
And then we'll have live music. We'll have DJs coming in on like Friday and Saturdays to spin. So I mean, it's stuff like you can find somewhere other places too, but it's something we do like to focus on. And then yeah, just kind of having that same experience with like craft cocktails too. It's just a fun.
That's
part
cool.
of it.
Very
Yeah.
flexible. Yeah.
Yeah, and I think I like too about it is that there isn't like a set identity for it. So whatever drinks we're feeling, like put it on there. It's like that doesn't have to be like a set vibe to it. It's just like, hey, does this taste good? Cool. Send it out and like have people try it out.
Is that kind of like a
Yeah.
play on the name? Like,
yeah, I mean, the name, the kind of
contrary-
ideas is like
or
kind of
contrary.
contrary to what you expect. It's like,
Ah,
and
he did it.
Also,
He said it.
we did it. Yeah, we did the thing. That's a wrap.
Close it, shut it down. Yeah.
But yeah, I know we kind of like to play around with like even our own expectations of what it is, and like, yeah, let's just see what we can do. And I think the idea behind it is mostly just to have a cool space to like work with other people. And I think my favorite thing that we've been doing recently is the in contrast events. So we've been working with other chefs around Des Moines or other bartenders, and they kind of come take over the space for a night, just do a custom menu.
That's
and
really
so
cool.
yeah, I think there is kind of that like a little bit of like the hip hop vibe to it, of just like a lot of collaborative effort. And kind of I think this is a spot that we'll work with as many people as we can. Like we just want the industry as a whole to do well, and like as many people as we can work with in the industry to kind of give them props or like give them a space to like do their stuff. That's sort of I think the goal and the vision for the spot.
Yeah, that's super cool.
And that really ties into like, I mean, I love how integrated into the local like culture and society in East Village. There's so many like, we carry honey from right down the street, and like we're trying to work with people, get local artists in and DJs and all sorts of stuff. And then you have the venue right across the street. So it's a fun vibe, you know. It's not like, I mean, I've worked for very corporate places before, and there's none of that. We didn't even have like local beer. I'm like, what are we doing?
Yeah, do you guys
Like-
have PBR or
We-
shut it down? Cut it.
Like, sorry.
It's all about the PBR.
I was thinking about that on the way here. I was like, they're definitely not gonna have PBR.
No. And again, it's like,
You guys have beer though?
Yeah, we do. Yeah. It's all like local, like Iowa.
Oh, it is.
Yeah.
Okay.
Mhm. Yeah, local crafts. There is one that's kind of like a PBR. But, you know, that's the
Okay,
thing you
I'll
gotta say.
take it.
Yeah,
You sold me.
Yeah, just I
hands you a
worked at a
glass of
brewery
water.
for a while.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, this is basically the same thing. It's just a locally produced better version.
I was gonna say, well, because like, okay, you walk in and in here anyways, and I definitely felt like a upscale kind of environment, which is great. So yeah, this is the type of place that I would walk into and be like, oh, they're not gonna have PBR, but I'm probably gonna have like an amazing craft cocktail, you know?
Yeah, that's kind of the goal. And
Yeah.
like, I think also like just my personal philosophy, I think is kind of shared by everyone here, is like, I don't want to make anyone ever feel like they're out of place here. It's like, yeah, I mean, if you're ordering a PBR, like, yeah, we don't have that, but I'm not going to make it be like, where are you ordering PBR? It's
Yeah.
like, no, it's like, yeah, if that's what you want to drink, we'll get as close to it as we can.
Yeah.
I've always loved the contrast between the front area and the back area here, though.
Yeah. It feels like very, I don't know, like
mean,
with
it's
like
all
the
lit up
tile in the
right now,
back.
but
Yeah, right.
normally
It's
it's a lot
like
like
very
cozy,
low light,
intimate,
cozy.
yeah.
Yeah. And I like, I mean, the cleaning's lovely, but the carpet and all the upholstery back here is a really cool vibe to it. Yeah, especially when we have DJs playing. I think it's a cool setup.
Where does
But, yeah,
the
I'm glad you
DJ
like it.
set
Thank you.
up? Back here?
Right back there. Yeah.
Where Bradley's at?
Yeah.
Okay.
Bradley's our
Bradley's our
in-house
resident
DJ.
DJ.
Yeah.
DJ B Rad.
Okay, cool.
But no, it looks, I mean, it's super cool. Well, and then, so I guess, do you get a lot of people that come in like after the shows from the venue across the street?
I would say we mostly get people before the shows, doing like a couple of drinks while they're waiting, if they're not waiting in line. We'll occasionally get people after the show, but I feel like most of the time it's like kind of a pre-show, grab a quick snack or some drinks.
Or it's just a great date night spot. A lot of the tables are set up for like 2 people. You can maybe do, like back here, you can obviously do bigger groups, but the lighting is always low. The music is always real chill and vibey, and like it does change depending on who's working, but it's mostly like hip hop or like some R&B stuff, and it's a great just like date vibe spot. Maybe before you go to dinner, or a lot after.
Yeah. I was gonna say I could definitely see myself like crushing a few craft cocktails in here and then going into the mosh pit across the street.
The moment of peace. before
Yeah,
chaos.
exactly. Yeah, the
Yes.
calm before the storm.
Yeah.
It is really fun too working with like, because we got like all the windows up front of just being able to see like the different groups that are there for
Yeah.
events, and it's always like looking out, it's like, oh, who's playing tonight? It's like, oh, it's metal.
Well, and the tour band or
Lot
the
of
tour bus
chains.
is always usually out front
Yeah,
too, so you can
yeah.
usually see like by load-in time who it is.
Oh, for sure.
No, that is pretty cool. I guess do you have any like stipulations against being or being across the street from a venue? Like does there any like sound or anything, or is it like you get the wrong crowd or something?
I mean, no, I don't think there's been any issue with that. And like, I mean, I think this is also like, I don't know. The nice thing is like, I don't think there is any like wrong crowd.
Right,
I mean, it's
yeah.
like, as with any bar, if people are too drunk, it's annoying, but like, thankfully we don't have to deal with that too much. I think there is kind of, like you said, like there's a bit of an upscale feel, so I feel like that like helps people be a little bit more in like the like, we're here to have a good time, but like chill out a little bit. Yeah.
That is true, because I can just imagine walking by being like, oh, me and my 8 buddies are gonna all just rip some shots of tequila and have some vodka Red Bull,
Yeah.
and then you walk in and you're like, maybe not this bar. Maybe we'll go to the next one for that.
I think that would be my thought. Yeah.
It's like, of course you can come in and, well, we don't have Red Bull here, but like you can come. That's his favorite thing.
Sorry. I have a personal vendetta against vodka Red Bulls. It's no big deal.
Do you really?
Really?
Tell us about it.
I mean, not really. I just that's like one of the few things I'm like, nah, we don't do that.
Ever?
at all.
I'm
Would
the
you-
opposite.
Was that like one? Okay, so wait, let's talk about this. So wait, who do you design most of the menu here?
So that's like Moira and I design most of the menu
Okay.
here. Yeah. We try to keep it at, like, everyone that works here can have input, definitely. Like, we try to keep it very much like, if you have ideas. I mean, there are a few things that I will absolutely shoot down, such as carrying Red Bull. Sorry, Pat. Sorry.
Damn.
It's
Trying to-
valid.
Just
I
Red
get
Bull.
it.
Yeah.
I get it.
Yeah. I mean, it's one of those, if you want to get like, that effect, we do have cold brew here, so I can make you like a cold brew
Yeah.
drink in there that'll do the same thing. But yeah. I
But
don't
it
know,
doesn't
it's-
taste like a laser.
It doesn't taste like. No, it does not. It does not contain chemicals.
Yeah. That's so funny because to the contrast, I work at a bar that like all we do is just like flavored vodka and Red Bulls.
Yeah. I think it's also something too. Like, there's enough. Like, if you want that, there's like 10 of
You
the
can
bars
go
to do that
anywhere
here. Like,
for it,
we
yeah.
don't need to. Like, I don't know. That's something like in like kind of the contrary idea. It's like, we're not. We are trying to cater to what people want to do, but also like we don't want to just open up another one of the same bar that's here. Because that's like, then like, why is it different? So that's some of that. And also, Red Bull's bad for you.
It is really bad for you.
Yeah.
It's good for
I
my
love
spirit.
vodka Red Bull.
Yes, spirit.
Yeah, the
I
first thing
love
I ever
it.
made you was a vodka Red Bull,
Yeah,
or
it
the first day I
was.
met you was.
Vodka Red Bull.
Oh, fair.
I only drink vodka Red Bulls when I'm like not trying to fully get there, but I still have
Yeah.
some things I want to do.
Sure.
But I'd like
Sure.
want a little buzz.
Yeah.
You know,
What things are you doing on vodka Red Bull?
vacuuming.
Just really jazzed up
you make
laundry.
it. You make it sound like you're doing chores.
I mean, yeah, basically chores or like work at home, something like that. Okay, so wait, with this space down here that we're in, this is like the music area, like the dance floor kind of.
Listening lounge is kind of
Yeah.
what I'm calling it. Yeah.
So I was like, when I was walking in, there's like this place right here next to us is empty, right? But it was something.
Yeah,
before?
yeah. So that was ephemera.
Okay.
So they're actually the ones that do all the printing for our menus. They do really, really beautiful work. And thankfully, in their new spot, they're still going to do the menu printing and stuff
Oh,
for
nice.
us. I think it's a retail space that's moving in there. But yeah, we are sad to see them go because they were really great neighbors.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was a really cool spot.
Well, and then you have a retail space right over here too. So like, I guess my thought was there's a venue across the street. You guys do music here. There's 2 retail places next to you guys. Have you ever had like complaints or anything? Or is it just like,
We had a few with some of the residents upstairs. I think they just didn't kind of want a bar in that
Or they're
in that
like-
space.
living?
Apartments up here.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
yeah, but I mean, it's all, we've talked to all the HOA stuff, so it's all fine now. I mean,
Right.
like, there was just a few like, I don't know. That's something I feel like is always, not always, but like any neighborhood that doesn't have a bar, if you want to introduce a bar, there's kind of some like pushback against it. But
Well, what was it
Yeah.
like 2 years ago or something? Woolies had an issue. It was a local.
it's I think
something.
the same.
And
yeah.
that's the nice thing about being integrated into the area, because the entire city was like, no, we love Woolies.
Right.
There are no noise issues. It's just you guys that
Yeah.
are the issue. And whatever issue was going on, it basically got thrown out the window.
Right.
Which is nice. You got the whole community backing you.
Well, that's why I wondered if that's something you guys have had to deal with yet. If it's like somebody was like complaining like right when you guys opened up, like the music's too loud or whatever, and like, because when I started working at my bar, I blast that
Yeah.
shit. Like people could hear it across the street and be like, "Is that the bar?" And I'm like, "Yeah, this come in, dude." Yeah. And so like, but if I was here working, like I would definitely try to like not do that because I'd be worried.
I mean, we try to keep it like good levels. Obviously, like when we have DJs playing, music's going to be a little bit louder. But it's not. I don't know. We're not trying to be like too loud or noisy.
Right,
I feel
right.
like honestly, it's like groups of people walking past and saying goodbye are going to be louder.
Yeah.
To like people around there than we are.
Gotcha.
So it's
And
not really too
what
much of a
time are
deal.
you guys open until?
So we're kind of open till late. It somewhat depends. If the night's a little bit slower, we're not gonna keep running things. But typically, we'll be open till like midnight on weekdays, and then weekends we're open till like 1 or 2.
Okay.
Yeah, usually we stop serving drinks around like 1, and then like hang on as long as you'd like. yeah, we'll close some
Yeah.
stuff. But yeah, typically
yeah.
I'd say we're serving stuff until like midnight or 1.
Are you guys open 7 days a week?
We are not. No, we're open Thursday through Sunday. We will be expanded hours, I think, going into the fall season. I think we wanted just to make sure, like, I mean, again, we're a pretty small team, and so finding hours and we want to make sure we weren't burning anyone out while we kind of figure out how we're doing stuff. And so I think we are going to be expanding to opening up Wednesdays pretty soon. But I think we're always going to have at least 1, maybe 2 days a week where we aren't open, just so that everyone gets, guaranteed day off. We have a time to do prep and orders if we need to.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Was it Sundays or Mondays you guys started doing like jazz nights?
Sundays we do, first and third
cool.
Sundays
Actual
we do
live
jazz
music.
night, and that's our friend Robert, the group there. It's one of my favorite things about it when he started doing it is it was initially just like him playing saxophone, and then he just started bringing people, and he was
Hell
like,
yeah.
it's like I just figured I'd like see like just. You
See what
guys
you
tell
can
me
get
if it's
away
too
with.
much, and then there's like a quartet, and we're like, okay, this is amazing. Yeah, like
There's
keep
just a
bringing
full
people.
symphony,
Yeah,
seated down here, like
it's like
each
a
chair.
big band, 6 people. Like, yeah, that'd be amazing. So yeah,
You're like,
it was really fun. Yeah.
Wow.
And he's like, you said.
Yeah, and they are really good too. So if you guys are ever free on Sundays, on the like first and third Sunday, swing in and listen to some jazz. It's really fun.
Definitely. Definitely need to come in because I knew this place was here.
Yeah.
Like I said, I knew of Be Well when he. Also, how long has this place been here?
So we're like opened up in November of last year. So we're coming up on our first
Wow.
year.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Cool.
And we haven't. I mean, we've done a lot of social media stuff, but we haven't done a lot of like marketing. Something we've talked about is potentially putting up a little bit more signage, but it's kind of tucked away. You don't really. It's kind of hard to notice unless you know it's there. Kind of
Yeah.
deal, which
Which is a good feel.
is a good feel.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's not like speakeasy. We're not trying to be like a speakeasy, but we do kind of like being like,
Yeah.
not like a, I think
Yeah.
we got the award for best hidden gem. So I think we fall into there like
yeah, that's
somewhat
awesome.
hidden
That's
gem.
awesome.
Yeah,
I do
yeah.
occasionally get people asking like, where, how do I get to this bar? And I'm like, I'll point. I'm like, it's right over there. And then like they're looking like, fucking where?
The furniture store?
Yeah. No, and I do like too. This is like a long and a narrow bar, so it's like it's easy to walk past and you walk in. It's like, oh, there's actually a lot of space here.
Yeah.
Well, it's
No,
kind of Alice
exactly.
in Wonderland. You walk in the door and you're just like, oh, there's a
Yeah,
lot going
like-
on in here.
Yeah, angles, and then like there's a staircase that goes down into
Yeah.
the rabbit hole in the back too. Yeah, it's crazy. No, I was gonna say though, I didn't realize that you guys also did music here until today, and then like saw the
Yeah.
space and the DJ booth and everything, and I was like, that's fucking really cool, man. Like this, just already having like, I just think people don't. Well, how do I phrase this? I feel like people don't have like the understanding for how nice like a really small bar is with a venue space basically.
Yeah.
Because like there could be shows here down in the future that are like somebody who's just getting started that ends up blowing up, and
Yeah.
it's like he played to 30 people or 50 people,
For
whatever
sure.
it is that can sit in here, and it's like if to be a part of experiences like that is like super fucking cool. And just
Yeah.
very like inspirational for all of that too.
Yeah, for
Definitely.
sure.
That's
The
something
same
like-
goes for like Woolies people.
Yeah.
'Cause
Oh,
there'll
yeah.
be people that come through that
Yeah.
I've never heard of, and it's like, oh yeah, that dude just played here last year.
Yeah,
Right.
Yeah.
exactly.
Yeah, now he's at the state fair.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's filling up.
What was his name again? Pitbull?
Right.
Is it Mr. Worldwide?
He's a
Mr.
young-
Worldwide.
Yeah, he said like
I
Mr.
didn't want to be the one
Yeah.
to bring it up.
Do you guys know about Bradley's love for Pitbull?
Oh,
I
absolutely.
don't.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Trent knows.
I've seen the bald caps.
They're all like hung up in his room, like organized very well.
Bradley.
Okay, so I want to get into talking about your menu a little bit. I haven't
Yeah.
seen it yet, but I just kind of like how you craft.
I'll go grab a couple.
Yeah,
real
perfect.
Quick.
Yeah,
that
I
would be
wanna-
awesome, actually.
I want to look at it as well.
The layout itself is kind of unique. It's not like other menus I've seen where it's just a list of stuff. It's a whole like photo album
What?
that has, and they all have names and like.
I
flavor
appreciate that it
profiles
says like
and-
who that cocktail is
and who
created
made
by.
it. That was
Yeah.
a big part of this bar too, which I really got me hooked when we opened.
Like
'cause-
credit due. Whoa.
I
That's
love
a-
the photos too because I like to see,
Well,
I can't
yeah.
read,
Look
so I
like-
really appreciate it.
yeah, he's a picture book kind of guy.
So there's like a page that has a description on it, and then the next page is the
Whoa.
picture, and they're really
And
nice
it like
photos.
even shows you like the whole like the
Uh-huh.
details of the drink and everything. That's so cool, man.
and everyone comes out looking exactly like the picture, which
That's
Yeah.
I think that was probably
Awesome.
you that wanted to like make sure it is identical for every single one.
And so this designed by Moira. Is that just whoever created the drink?
Yeah, that's the
Okay.
yeah.
Yeah.
We want to give very much like shout out and credit to people that are making the stuff here.
That is really cool.
Which is, again, unique to, I've never worked at a bar where well, first of all, even like let me put drinks on the menu, and let alone I get any sort of credit for it. You know?
The first drink that I ever put on the menu was called a Tony Hawk Bomb, and it's bright blue.
Oh my god.
Does it come with like a tech skateboard?
No, but that's a great idea.
Or at least can you serve it that way? Like you put it on the
Yeah, on
skateboard
the
and you roll
side.
it over to it. Like I feel like that's how it should be.
We need. I need your brain.
These are beautiful.
Yeah, these
you.
pictures are
Wow.
super cool.
I will say with the design, we might switch it up a little bit because we have like the 3-word description of flavors next to the names, and like that is how 50% of drinks get ordered.
Oh,
Is
yeah.
this fire?
Yeah. So that's like a flamed lemon or flamed orange twist that goes on that one.
Fire. What do you
That
think
drink
it was?
is.
I don't know. That's
Does
cool.
the
I
fire
want that
come with
one.
the drink?
Right.
Oh, we get that question a lot. It's like there is fire in the process of making it, but if you're wanting like a static fireball, like
Like
staying
on
there, we
fire.
have not learned how to make that happen yet.
Oh
Sorry.
yeah.
Safely, yeah.
Just get Rumpelmans.
Oh, yeah, let's bring
Just light it on
Boy.
fire, dude. That's
Cool.
we used to call it the Statue of Liberty shot. You like stick your thumb in the Rumpelmans, you take it out,
Oh,
you
yeah.
light it on fire, and then you lick it and then take your shot.
That's great.
I hate that so much.
Just
sounds
Rumpelmans and a lighter.
dangerous.
Do some shot specials, and we could do that here.
Okay, so how many drinks are in this bad boy here? And there's food in here too.
Yes, there is food. Yeah, food's kind of back of the menu, and then we have like our beer and wine list back there as well.
Is
Yeah,
that 10, right?
I think there is 12.
Is there
12 or 13. I should know.
Drinks?
Yeah,
It's bigger than the first menu we did, I think.
because first menu was 12 drinks.
feels
Yeah,
like
this
was
was
it?
like
Okay.
13.
30. drinks.
Yeah, I was gonna say. It
Well, I
feels
mean, there is
there's
like
a
2
lot.
pages per drink, so I think it does.
Yeah.
It does take a bit of space. And also on our next menu, we do plan to add page numbers to make it easier to find where the drink was that you were looking
sure.
for.
Oh.
I realized that.
When are you
first,
gonna
like,
when are you guys
oh.
gonna start putting ads in the menu? Like it's Cheesecake
So,
Factory.
so that's
Coupons and things like that.
that's a few years down the road, but yeah. We do plan to integrate some ad reads. Yeah.
It
Brought to you by
does.
Ernie's Boondock.
Until you said that. Until you said that, I never put the correlation of like the Cheesecake Factory book that's like 30 pages long.
I love how you guys have a kitchen love
Yeah.
section. Yeah,
Yeah, we want to make
would
sure to give like a
definitely-
shout out to them.
Yeah. that's awesome.
So have you guys been here since the conception of this place, or just since it's been open?
Yeah. So Billy actually talked to me like before he was opening. He wanted me to help out a little bit with designing some of the drinks and kind of helping him like oversee stuff. And at the time, I was managing a restaurant, and I was like, knew him through like friends, didn't know him like super well, but I was like, yeah, this sounds like a super cool project. Would love to be involved. And so it kind of helped with a little bit of the design of the menu. Moira was the one that kind of did most of the kind of managing day-to-day operations for the first few months while we were open. But yeah, I was working both jobs, and since I was managing the other spot, I didn't have like a ton of time, so I was just here one day a week and then kind of helping out with prep and other stuff. But then I came on full time in January, so pretty soon after we opened up. But yeah, there was like a couple months where I wasn't here quite as much. Yeah, and then
Right at the
Trent,
beginning.
right at the beginning. Yeah.
I was kind of just here to help when they first opened, and that because I'm not here as much or have as much to do with the day to day. More like the mascot or like the hype guy. Just
Yeah.
come in one day a week and
Personality
come help
hire.
out. Yeah, exactly.
We love personality hires. I'm very much a personality hire, or at least I like to think so. I've never been told that.
Right.
I mean, I have been told it made me laugh. I was like, there's a nice compliment in there, but I was told they're like, yeah, I feel like you like really want to be a personality hire, but you're just too talented to be a personality hire. And I was like, that's actually really
It's still a
sweet.
compliment,
but like,
but-
can I still be a personality hire?
It's still cool though.
Calling someone a personality hire just means you close like shit.
So the
Right.
problem is like, especially like when I was like working at some other spots where I was like the only bartender, so I would always be the closer and then the opener. The joke was always like, man, who closed last night? Sucks.
Yeah.
Closer
God,
sucks.
Fuck this
Hate this
guy. It was
guy.
you. Yeah. I make that joke all the time.
Oh yeah. I feel like if you haven't made that joke, you don't work in bars.
Yeah, true.
Yeah.
You have no experience because I will be like genuinely mad for a second, and then I'll be like, "Oh wait, no, it was me."
Damn. Or when you do the opposite, and you're like, I know I'm gonna be hungover tomorrow.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna restock.
I'm gonna do everything. I'm gonna show up to 15 minutes late. Like, yeah.
And then I walk in and I'm like, oh yeah, I love myself today.
Or if you like leave yourself a protein shake or something in the fridge, you're
some
like,
food. Yeah,
someone loves me.
Self love.
You even write the note on it too, like so
Have
it
a
seems
great
like it's
day.
from
I got to
somebody
do
else.
that one. Yeah, that's a good idea.
Or even if you leave like a list for yourself, and I walk in, I'm like, oh, I already know what I have to do. This is great.
Yeah.
It's great.
I always try to do that, and I hope it doesn't piss off the other like bartenders and stuff or whatever. But I'll like do as much as I can. Then I'll be like, man, I'm fucking tired. Well, I'll be like, all right, this is all you need: couple Red Bulls, couple beers, whatever. And then I always hope that that's okay, but I never know. You never know
Yeah.
when you just leave it there for the next day, right?
Yeah.
I feel like as long as you like acknowledge that you know what you left, I'm never mad at it.
Yeah.
Sometimes I'll be like, "Ugh," but
Yeah.
like, at least you told me, so like, thank you.
Yeah.
That part, or like if you don't get a text the next day, you're probably fine.
Oh
You
yeah.
know?
True.
Or if you do, I'm just like, I don't want to open this. This is not.
I'm not
gonna be
reading that
good.
essay.
Or your
This is
coworkers have like social anxiety. Like,
Are you guys ones to like? Okay, well, wait. First of all, how many of like bartender servers are here? Is it just the three of you?
no, there's
It was.
yeah, it
kind
was
of
for a bit, and then we have
fleshing out
like
and
Pat
making
and Jacob
everyone
are,
cross-trained.
yeah, we're kind of getting to a point where the goal is eventually anyone that works here kind of knows how to do a little bit of everything.
Okay.
And then especially when it's busy, we just kind of have people work at
Gotcha.
yeah. Works out, but that's the goal, is to kind of have everyone be able to be trained on stuff. So we're still working on that. I remind myself we've been open a year, so I'm like, there's all these things we want to
Yeah.
do that.
Yeah, year goes by really fast
so
when
fast,
you're doing all
but
this
also
shit.
like feels like it's been a
Forever.
decade. Yeah.
Well, it's been all the same people for the most part. There's only a couple new people in the last little stint of time, so everyone is already like familiar enough, which makes the cross training part really easy.
Oh, very much so. Yeah, like they already know what the drink names are. They already know what they're supposed to look like, and and thankfully too. I mean, that's kind of with the smaller staff, we're pretty careful about who we hire, just making sure that like that they're all good personality hires.
See, and I do
get along.
love that they're all good personality hires, and then you're the mastermind. I'm just kidding.
The only one with a bad personality.
Yeah, yeah. Everyone's a personality hire except for you.
Except
Ben.
this guy, but okay.
Clothes is so perfect.
Yeah.
Such a good close, like such a good close.
What I was gonna say is like I do love that like I don't want to say exclusivity, but like that like feeling of like, yeah, we're all here, we're a team, we're like ghost crew, kind of just like bare bones crew. But then I also like hate the fact that it's like, oh God, there's only one person that works Saturdays. And it's like
It really
that's
like only causes problems when you want to take a vacation.
Yes,
that's the only
exactly.
thing. And it's like it's like, yep. I mean, we try our best to make it work, but there's definitely been a little bit of that of like, no, are you guys gonna be okay?
yeah.
Well, then I feel bad because a lot of times it'll be like, you guys are like, Trent, can you come in and like cover a Saturday? And I'm like every bartender I've ever met, I have 3 other bars that I work at. I'm like,
Right.
I can't.
Yeah.
I'll see what I can do. I'm sorry.
Well, whenever we text you, it's always just like, hey, if you can.
yeah, please, please.
Yeah.
So I guess like during like a busy shift, like let's say a Friday or Saturday night, how many employees do you have in the store then?
So like on our like busiest times, and we've also been like kind of in a learning process. We had a few too many people, like too many bodies when we first started out, just to kind of make sure everything was covered. But typically we'll have like 2 bartenders on. We got 2 wells to work out of, and then we'll have 2 servers. If it's busy enough, we'll have a bar back in for a few hours just to keep up with glassware. And then we have 1 person in the kitchen.
Really?
Yeah.
That's crazy. What like solo manning a kitchen is just
It is
that's
kind
a
of
lot
crazy. I think that
work.
is something too. We've like kind of found out too with like whoever's bar backing. We're like, hey, part of your deal is you got to help with kitchen dishes
Yeah.
too, because it's just one person back
Yeah.
there. And that is like, I mean, again, respect for the kitchen.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Most
Luckily,
definitely.
it's a pretty small food menu.
Yeah.
And I think they've gotten it down to a good science after this year or so.
I know. I only saw a couple pictures, and I really want to try out. And I went to high school with your chef also.
Oh,
I'm
yeah.
pretty sure.
That's
Yeah.
funny. Dom?
I'm thinking of Hassan.
Hassan. Oh, yeah. Hassan like designed the
Okay.
food menu.
So does
Yeah.
he work here then fully?
So he doesn't like work shifts here. He mostly just kind of helps with the prepping.
Gotcha.
And
So then
all
I
stuff.
went to high school with him.
Oh, that's awesome. Yeah.
Yeah.
No, he's great.
Yeah, he's a good dude.
I love
makes
the
some
stuff he's
great
come
food.
up with. It's
Yeah.
like unique and vegan inspired, maybe not fully,
Not fully. Yeah.
But like there's obviously some like meat and stuff on there. But,
Yeah, I
like,
think kind of the idea behind it was too with like the food side of things is you wanted there to be like healthy late night options. The kitchen, we found like it's tough to keep the kitchen open the entire shift, so it's not always like open till 2, but we usually try to keep it at least to like 10 or 11 most nights.
Oh, yeah.
But just have an option that isn't burgers and pizza.
Yeah,
Has some vegetables in there.
Please,
has some
we need
fresh
something
stuff.
more than Taco Bell because it's so bad out here.
Definitely.
had enough up down pizza to probably kill a rhino.
Oh my god.
So much pizza, dude.
All right, so we're getting close to the end of this episode before we get into our Patreon. Do you guys know about our section? We have what's called Douche of the Week. We have like soup spoons, and then we have like regular spoons, like a cereal spoon or whatever. And just every time they would just throw them all together, and then you'd pull them out of the one that it's supposed to be, and it's just never the one that you want it to be. It just drove me insane. It takes 2 seconds to do. Anyways, that's not my douche of the week. But do you have a douche of the week? I have one prepped, ready to go.
Okay. I have one. I'm like, should I say it?
Was it? Oh, what you were talking about before? Maybe not.
Okay. Then you go first, and I'm gonna think of something.
Okay. So my douche of the week is a person who is currently in jail for good reason. Let's just put it that way. This dude walks into the bar, and he was at first he was sitting out on the curb drinking a Miller High Life on the curb, and like
start.
So I was like, all right, whatever. I'm just going to ignore this guy. Hopefully he doesn't come in. And so he starts walking inside, and I'm like, dude, I'm sorry, man. Like, you can't be in here. Like you were drinking out on the sidewalk. Like, he was like, well, actually I was drinking on the curb. And I was like, well, you're right in front of our door. And like, I can't have you in here because you're just a liability at this point. I'm sorry. Like, you have to leave. That just escalated so quickly. And he's like being like, well, I can't just use the bathroom. And I was like, I'm sorry, dude. No, like normally, yes, I would say yes to anybody, but like you're super drunk sitting on the curb outside. I can't have you in here.
You've already told him that you're not going to serve him.
I already told him.
What's stopping him from just pissing everywhere?
Yeah, exactly. And so then, and so he's like, I can't go. Where am I supposed to go to the bathroom? And I'm like, dude, anywhere but here. Yeah. Literally anywhere here. Go outside.
Goes in his pants.
That curb?
Yeah, dude. So that actually, I might need to save that for the Patreon. But like, basically, yeah, the dude just starts getting really angry, and I'm like a tall dude, and like I'm like 6'3", and I like stood up and was like kind of starting to get annoyed, and I was like, hey man, like I'm not touching this guy. I'm like, you just need to leave. I'm like giving him that hand motion. And he's like, as soon as I stand up, he's immediately threatened because he's like a 5'3" dude.
Yeah.
And I'm like, he's like, you think you're a big tough guy, huh? And I was like, nope, just an average standard guy. Just like, don't want you in here, man. And then he starts, and this was the second time that he had come in asking for the same thing, basically, that I had to kick him out. And then he starts like doing one of the like one of those to me, and I'm like, I'm freaked out. I am like about to start crying. Like I'm so scared. But I wasn't like fully in my head, so I didn't flinch at all, which I was like really proud of. But like for sure he was like, oh, you think you're a tough guy, huh? And then he walked out, and I was like, holy shit. Like I thought this guy was gonna kick my ass.
Oh my gosh.
I was just like, I'm so sorry, dude. I didn't apologize to him, but in my head I was like, I really don't want to get stabbed today. So anyways, that was that. Dude ended up going to one of the bars across the street basically, and immediately got the cops called on him. So I don't know what he did over there.
He was all riled up from you not wanting to fight him.
Yeah. Well, and the other thing is too is like it was my friends were leaving town the next day after that scenario, and they were all there, and they just all just like watched it and didn't say anything. And I was like the only reason I was even standing up to this guy is because like all my friends are there, so I was like, oh, somebody will be able to like back me up if this goes south.
Yeah.
At the second that dude did
Turn
something,
around.
nobody.
They're all just eating popcorn.
Yeah, they didn't do anything. They didn't do anything. They just watched the whole scenario go down, and I was like, okay, I'm on my own for this one. So I got my distance in between and was like, just go. So yeah, that was my douche of the week. Anyways,
It's pretty solid. I like the starting off on the curb drinking Miller High Life. Like it's really good. I like where this is
Yeah.
going.
It's a great way to start your day. Just in
yeah,
general,
dude.
you know?
I mean, it was like 3:00. It was like 3:00 in the afternoon. So, which is, I mean, I drink at 3 too. Don't get me wrong, but like, yeah,
Especially the champagne of beers.
yeah. Oh, yeah, for sure. Well, and
curbside.
the other thing too is when I went to unlock the store that day, there was like a empty like 5th of Admiral Nelson and like a thing of
the
Coke. So I
finest.
wonder if that was like his too.
It must have been.
But I was like, so he must have downed that, then gone to the store and got another one. And I was
Yeah.
just like, dude, I don't want to deal with this.
Jeez.
It could have
That's insane.
only been better if he was just drinking like a Mad Dog or some King Cobra
Yeah,
outside.
at that point, I would have let him go to the bathroom.
Yeah, right? Gotta respect it.
Yeah, respect the Mad Dog for sure.
That was the first Iowa State fair I went to. I was going with a girlfriend at the time. We're like trying to find a place to pregame before we go because they don't sell alcohol at the state fair, right? And we can't find
Any liquor, yeah.
Or yeah.
Yeah.
At least at the time, I think they do now. And we're looking around town for any place. All the gas stations, none of them carry liquor. And we're like, well, what do we do? And I'm like, they do have King Cobra in here. So we're just. I'm proud of this actually. We're just sitting in the car outside, just trying to fit. And I'm like, I forgot how big a 40 is. It's been a while since I had one, as it should be. But
40 ounces.
yeah, 40 ounces.
I
Wait
just
a
had
minute,
to
that's
chug
why they're
one
called
recently.
40s.
I thought it was because you're supposed to drink 40 of them. I've been doing this
Yeah.
wrong this whole time.
Yeah, you drink 40 of them and then hide them behind the garage.
And I just think it was fitting because I think it was East Village night. So I'm sitting outside just trying to chug a 40 before I go into the fair. Really, really happy with my life decisions.
Wait, did you call it East Village night at
What do
the
they call
fair?
it? Is it East Side night?
It's East Side
I
night.
meant East
The whole side, not just the village, the whole side.
Just East Village is
Just
invited
East
to the
Village
state fair.
night. Whatever. Same thing.
It's super gay.
That's so funny. I don't know. I do think there is something to it, like drinking like a tall boy out of a plastic bag or a paper bag or something, or a 40 out of a bag. Like there's something to it that feels wrong, but
Yeah.
so right at the same time.
Well, I always thought like if I did like a 35 or 40 birthday party, which I don't really celebrate my birthday too much, like, but when I turn like 35 or 40, let's just do like a high school beer pong Edward 40 hands party night.
I
just
love
really
that.
want to throw it
I
back.
feel like for a 40 birthday, it's got to be Edward
Yeah.
40
Right?
hands. Everyone's got to do Edward 40 hands.
Right?
Yeah. You can choose what it is, but it's got to be 40 ounces
Yeah.
in each
Yeah.
hand.
Just
And if you choose
Cheetos
tequila,
bottles.
good luck to you.
40 ounces of tequila in both hands. It's still like in the like 40-ounce like bottle too.
The actual handle.
Yeah, it's like Casamigos in the
That's been my last birthday.
yeah.
Well, yeah, 40 ounces of tequila. We're done today.
I did I just had my birthday on it was like 2 weeks ago, and they iced me with a Smirnoff Ice
Love it.
40 ounce.
Oh my God, you can
yeah.
get them that big?
Apparently that
friend.
was the rest of my night right
It's probably
there.
a custom order.
Yeah. Yeah, they get them
good
custom
friends.
made. Custom made Smirnoff ices.
You got iced a lot that night.
I got iced like 4 times that night. I went home
All
by like
40s?
11:30. No, not all
Okay,
40s.
gotcha.
The 140, and then the other one. There was like 6 regular Smirnoff ices. I don't like that game. I don't
love
want
it.
to play that game. I never agreed to play that game. I don't know what the fucking deal is with Smirnoff Ice and how it's a thing now.
The
Still talking about
It's
it.
him. I
Producer Mike that started this game.
he started a war that he's not gonna like the way it ends.
Yeah.
He's like, let's go, bro. Let's go.
yeah, the first time I ever got iced, it was actually pretty recent. Well, not that recent, but it was like right when COVID shut down. And one of my bars that I used to go to in Colorado, I was good friends with, I was like a regular at their bar. They text me, "What's your address again? I have something for you." And I'm thinking it's like
no.
it's a COVID
Yeah.
gift or I don't know. I mean, it was a COVID
Care
gift.
package.
It was a care package, and it was the form of a Smirnoff Ice right on my doorstep, and then she's in the car with the camera just laughing.
Oh no, she even stuck around.
Yeah,
Like,
get on my knee
She
right in
got
front of
you.
my front door. Yeah, I was like, I gotta respect it. Like, I know the rules. And then she was like, I have 12 more to drop off, so I'll be back. Just to everybody's homes.
Oh my gosh.
Good friend.
That is a good friend.
that would be fun. That's a good way to connect everybody, especially
Yeah.
during COVID.
And it was like the first week of shutdown. We thought
Yeah.
it was gonna last 2 weeks.
Yeah.
And then,
Let's just party. Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah.
it was a rough couple of weeks.
God, I miss it.
I loved
Right?
it.
Right?
I don't know. I block it out.
I miss it. Truly.
There
I
are
blacked it
parts of
out.
it I do miss.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah.
probably.
Aspects of it I enjoy.
I got caught up on so many video games. It was wonderful.
Oh,
Dude,
yeah.
Yeah.
same. I had my first panic attack because of Call of Duty
What?
during COVID. I swear to God. I was dropping into Verdansk and just lost it. Called the ambulance and everything.
Oh, shit.
I was fine. I just had never experienced one before, so
Yeah.
I was like freaking out. But that
Oh,
was
for
probably
sure.
like 2 months into COVID, something like that.
You're like, is it
Really?
ever gonna end?
I literally I was having those thoughts like a lot,
Yeah.
and then I was just playing Call of Duty for like the
Yeah.
5th day in a row, and then was like, I just remember dropping in. I was like, what is happening?
Yeah.
And then I just like started hyperventilating. I thought I was having a heart attack. Called my mom, told her I was dying.
That's what it feels
yeah,
like, too.
it does
I've had
feel
a-
like you're dying.
I've had a couple of them.
Yeah.
I remember a bunch of my friends were all like, I mean, they all had side gigs and whatever, and they're like, well, we can't bartend now, but we can try to work from home. And I just bartend at the time. Well, still do, but I'm like, well, I guess I can bartend from home. You cannot. You just get super drunk. Just doing Zoom calls,
You're trying.
just pouring drinks.
Seven,
My brother's like, what are you doing? I'm like, I'm bartending from home.
Like, I didn't
Slam it.
I didn't think this one all the way out. I thought Zoom and bartending
Yeah.
would work.
I had a boss that was like, I'm going to bartend out of the trunk of my car. It was just like an on-call bartender.
Like, that doesn't look sketchy at all.
It's not a bad idea.
No, it's a terrible idea. It's super
I
illegal.
know that is definitely a thing
yeah.
in countries where like alcohol is illegal, where it's like you find your like alcohol dealer and there's a whole like trunk bartending kit.
That's cool, actually. I just imagine like going to like a dark alleyway, like, and then just being like, "Let me get a rum and coke."
Someone's got just like
it's in the
overcoat and it's like Malort, all the Malorts.
full bottles of
oh,
Malort.
no.
Dude, yes, that's what Hunter should be for Halloween. Is the Malort man.
The first time I ever had Malort was probably the sketchiest way I've drank alcohol because it was a buddy of mine from
shoe.
Chicago.
boofed it.
No,
I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
What showed Malort? What?
I'm sorry. I had to.
no, that was the second time. No, but first time was like a buddy of mine from Chicago. We were like sitting around, and it was like an anniversary at the place we worked at. We all had to take a staff photo, and then the rest of us didn't have to work for another 3 hours. So we're like, so lunch and beers before we go on shift? Yeah. So we're in there grabbing a beer, and a buddy goes, he's like, "What? You guys haven't had Malort?" We're like, "No." He's like, "All right, come with me." We're like, what? We go.
You're
His
gonna
car's
love
like
it.
parked in an alleyway. He just pulls 2/3 of a bottle of Malort like under his passenger seat out. And I was like, "Why do you have car Malort, man?" So he just pulled this like warm
Nice
Malort
and
from the bottle.
warm. Yeah.
Oh my
Ew.
god.
Nothing like some warm trunk liquor to get
Yeah.
your day started. I mean, I remember liquor reps coming in on like every Monday just to drop us off some new stuff, try to sell us on a new thing. Unfortunately, I'm hungover every Monday, guys. I don't know what to do. It sucks that it's just random. You never know when you're going to be hungover.
Yeah.
Turns out you can actually control it perfectly. But they'd come in and they're like, "You ever had?"
How?
Yeah.
I'll let you know.
And
when
you
I
can
figure it
find
out.
that on our
Teach us.
Patreon exactly how.
Points right at the camera.
Yeah, for only $5 a month, you can get all of our Patreon episodes.
But they come in and they're like, "You ever had warm gin from the trunk of a car before?" And I'm just like
Oh, God.
hard gripping the bar, like, no, but I'm gonna today. Cool.
Yeah, that reminds me of like a high school kind of in a way, like where you would just like keep all your illegal things in your car, do all the illegal shit in just your car because there was nowhere else to go.
Yeah.
Yeah, having like a dirty 30 of Natty Light in the trunk for like weeks, you know, and then still drinking it.
You ever had someone come up? This is actually not even my story, but they come up to you and they're like you have the windows open, it's super sunny, but you don't have curtains or anything in your bar, and they're like, "It's really light in here. Do you have like Natural Light in here? It's like, no, we don't carry that beer. And they're like, no, like, can you like close the curtains or like do something about this Natural Light?
I feel like you should just like. I feel like you should just keep like a bunch of shades behind the bar for that. And just like put them on. Like there you go.
Here you go.
There you go. That's hilarious. All right. Well, do we have any last calls or any more douche of the weeks? Did you want to do your douche of the week?
I mean, mine is the thing that happens every year that I forget about in Iowa is we get our first week of fall and I get really excited for my favorite season, and then the next 2 weeks are 90 degrees and I'm upset.
The
so
fake
that's
fool's
mine.
fall.
The fool's fall.
Yeah.
Just the week is the weather.
Yeah.
It's great.
I mean, it's nothing more Iowa than
Yeah.
talking about the weather.
Yeah, for real. I constantly, especially this last week, I've been like, do I need a sweatshirt? And then I like walk outside and I'm like, no.
Yep.
But I'm also ready to blast like Midwest emo in a flannel in my
Yeah.
car with the
Go.
windows down. I'm like, come on.
I'm ready for like beanie and flannel weather for
Yes,
sure. Definitely.
Yes.
It's overdue. I don't know if I have a douche of the week. Could I vote for myself?
Yeah, if you want.
Not allowed.
My favorite thing when I'm closing down the bar is to like leave little pranks for my coworkers who open, which we did a little bit when I first started, where it's just
Little
like
bit,
really minimal things that should not piss anybody off, but it's just like stacking the tins into the tallest pyramid you can possibly build it.
Yeah.
And they walk
that
in
just
and they're
makes me
like,
happy.
right?
It makes me happy.
Or balancing things. I love to
yes.
just stack things.
I think
don't know.
the best thing to do, what I found, is make everything symmetrical and then move like one thing out of place. That's really fun for me. Is everything symmetrical and then one thing's out of place, and you just
cruel.
watch people like
So cruel.
lose it a little bit.
You move everything except for one item like 3 inches to the left, and
Yeah.
then they're like, they moved my stapler.
I used to do that to a friend of mine at a bar we worked at. The kitchen wasn't super busy, so he would just kind of have a lot of time to like sharpen his knives. He'd always get everything like super organized right at the start of shift, and I'd just walk back there, move one thing half an inch, and then run away. And I would just like throughout the night go back there and move his stuff a little bit.
Or even just like the little things you can do to your coworkers during shift, like servers in the corner, rolling silverware, polishing. I just walk up and pour some Sprite into their soda that they're polishing with, and they're like, "Thanks, Trent. Now I gotta go get another whole thing of soda. It takes 45 seconds. Thanks."
I used to do a thing to my old bar manager, sorry Derek, where I would just to mess with them, walk up like I needed something, wait for him to stop what he was doing and turn over, and then I'd run, just walk away.
That's
funny.
really good. I'm definitely gonna use that.
Or they're
That's
like,
hilarious.
they're rolling silverware and everything's in a nice stack and organized, and I just walk up and take the linens and pick them up and drop them, so they're all fucking crazy, and the server's just like, "Oh, why do you work here?"
Is this what it's like to work with boys?
Oh yeah. I'm just little brother.
Yeah.
Big
We got
brother.
we got a coworker that like restocks
bro.
a drop down with all the domestics, and they're all faced the same way, except he will do like the Coors Light the opposite way,
What? Why? Oh.
and everyone is just like, "How the fuck does this not bother him?"
No man, no, you get your ass kicked doing something like that.
Right?
But yes, this is very much the experience of working with boys.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I work with mostly girls, so.
Oh, that's see.
I do
these are
too.
Probably.
And there's no
So I
camaraderie.
thrive.
Yeah, I bet you do.
For a long time, I was the only male employee for a long time, and then I would do the same thing. Like we have like ranches, and they have to like pour so many ranches by the end of the night, and they'll like stack all the empty cups in like nice, neat orders, and then I just come in and just like smack the table, and then they all just like jump up in the air and like go, like move around, or like as they're pouring ranch, I would just like hit their elbow a little bit so it just spills the ranch just like ever so slightly, and people get so mad at that one.
It's very effective.
And I would literally be like, dude, I'll clean it up. Like, it's
Yeah.
fine.
Like, I'm just messing with you.
It's literally, I have a rag right here. It's this big of a spot. Like,
Yeah.
we'll be fine.
I'm really just kind of like a middle school bully when I think about it. Servers are just like finishing bussing a table, and it's always servers. I'm sorry, I have to mess with you. They have like the menus in their hand, and I just walk up and like book drop them on the floor and walk away. And I turn around and I pick them up. All right, I'm not that mean, but they're just they're like, come on, man. I'm like, yeah, sorry, I know you're in the weeds.
Fuck my life.
one of my favorite managers I've ever had. She's no longer a manager anymore, but she used to walk into the server alley. Very, very sweet lady, but like very stern. Like you never wanted to be on her bad side. And so she would just walk into the server alley, and like everybody would get really quiet. And like we're all standing in like lines on the server alley, and she'd walk in the middle, and then she would just stop right at me, turn to me, and be, "What the fuck, Jaden?" And I'd be like, "I don't know. I don't understand what's going." They're like, "I'm just kidding."
I think that's an important part of the job. You have to like joke a little bit. It's not that serious for a job. I mean, you can be serious and take your job seriously and whatever, because it is my career really at the end of the day. But man, if you can't be a silly goose a little bit of the time, I don't know what to tell you.
Right.
That was great.
There's also coaster warfare.
Oh yeah.
I got really good
Throwing
one
them?
time.
Yes.
I could hit anyone from 200 yards
out.
away with a coaster.
That would be a good like beer Olympics thing, is like coaster throwing.
Oh,
Yeah,
for
it's a
sure.
good idea.
Yeah.
Okay, do we have any more douche of the weeks before we wrap up?
Mine's stupid.
Yours
so
is stupid. Okay. Well,
Stupider the better.
we'll save Mia's douche of the week for Patreon. You have to listen to Patreon to find that one out. It's only $5 a month on Patreon / Poor People Podcast, something like that. Poor People Podcast on Patreon. Let's do last call. Are we all good before we wrap up for sure?
I feel pretty good.
Yeah, I think so.
Okay, cool.
Just come check us out. Grab a drink.
Yeah. So
for
what's
sure.
the handles for Contrary?
That's a great question. I should look that up on Instagram.
I want to say it's contrary DSM.
I believe it's Contrary DSM. Yeah, it's like when people ask me, like, "Oh, what's the address?" I'm like, "I can tell you how to drive here."
Oh, Instagram is the Contrary DSM.
Yep, the Contrary DSM.
that's-
Yeah,
Okay.
follow us on Instagram. That's also where we have all the information on our events, when people are performing, all that good stuff.
Yeah, so definitely come down to the Contrary, check it out. Come meet Ben and oh my God, I'm so sorry, Trent. Jesus Christ, I almost forgot. I was like thinking I was gonna say Ben twice for some reason. I'm sorry, my brain is just all over the place. Okay, make sure you
so many new people.
Yeah, I know. Make sure you follow the Contrary DSM on Instagram. Do you guys have like anything else? Do you have a website that you want people to go to?
No, just Instagram. That's where we do
Okay.
most of our stuff. Yeah.
So make sure you follow them on Instagram. Make sure you follow Poor People Podcast on everything. We're pretty much everywhere: Spotify, Apple Music, YouTube, anywhere you can get your podcasts. And make sure also you subscribe to our Patreon for only $5 a month on patreon.com. And we're going to get into our extra after hours episode right after this. So, all right, we can wrap it up here. We have a little saying that we do. It's just for richer or poorer. Thanks for coming, or thanks for watching Poor People.
Yes.
That's great.
All right.
Love that.
Thanks, guys.
All right.
Cheers.
For richer, for poor. Thanks for watching Poor People.